Welcome back, Motorheads. Hot Rod Finds on Facebook Marketplace. First, got a 1929 Ford for $16,500. This one here looks like to be a very cool start to a good project, especially if you like old school kind of traditional hot rods with a flathead. I like what they've done with this car. There's some things that need to be done and things that need to be changed, of course, to kind of get away from what that person's style is. But overall, I don't think it's a bad looking little hot rod. That price tag, it might not be for everybody. I think it might be a little bit on the higher side, but what do you guys think? Leave it down in the comments. Up next, got 1933 Willys for $44,950. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I've always liked the old Willys. I thought they were very cool vehicles. Now this one here, I believe he's kind of swinging for the fences on the price on that one. Now that's my personal opinion, but what do you guys think? Leave it down in the comments. Up next, got a 1955 Mercury for $15,000. This is a great looking Mercury. Now usually I don't go for that color, but it's definitely working on this Mercury. It looks really sharp with that color. I'm digging it with that white top. $15,000, I don't think it's too bad of a starting point. I think I would definitely try to get it for a little lower price, but I definitely think you got something to work with here. But what do you guys think? Leave it down in the comments. So if you guys are enjoying our content, be sure to smash that like button. That helps push us up in the algorithm, also helps send us out to other car lovers just like you. Up next, got a 1954 Chevrolet for $39,999. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I absolutely love the 53 and 54 Chevrolet. I love the 54 Pontiac a little better. Just thought it had a little bit more style. Now, with that being said, I love these body style cars. Can't help myself. But this one here, it is definitely not worth the asking price on this car. This car is way too rough for $39,000. This person has absolutely fell and bumped their head hard and got stuck on stupid. I think they broke the damn switch in the on position when they fell down. Even no matter how much I love these cars, this one here is just not worth that kind of price. Run away from that price, people. Up next, got a 1931 Chevrolet for $24,000. I love this old Chevy. I think they've done a pretty good job with this. It's simple. I love what they've done with it, kind of keeping it old school with the hand-painted letters on the side. This is actually a pretty neat little car, pretty neat little hot rod. Do I think it's worth $24,000? I'm going to let you guys be the judge and leave that down in the comments. Overall, it's still a pretty dang cool car. But definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on this one here. Up next, got a 1955 Chevrolet for $198,500. Whoo-hoo! That price right there, boy, it has some deep pockets. Now look, I know this is supposed to be more of a resto rod. Now, it's a good looking 55. I'm not going to dispute that. It is a good looking car. Now, personally, I don't see that kind of price tag. Resto mod or not resto mod, I just don't see that kind of price tag on a 55. Especially a post car. Now that's my personal feelings on it. Is it a great looking car? Absolutely it is a great looking car. It's a very beautiful 55. But me personally, I'm more interested in the 56, the black sheep of the tri-5s. But that's just, I don't understand why 56 got such a bad rep. I thought it was pretty dang cool. But what do you guys think of this 55? Leave it in the comments. Up next, got a 1932 Ford pickup for $41,250. Not gonna lie, I'm definitely digging this little hot rod pickup truck right here. This thing is pretty dang cool, but I like stuff like that. I like a satin finish sometimes on things. It just kind of looks simple, clean, not overly shiny, where you got to go out there and spend, 5,000 or 6,000 hours buffing and waxing and all that stuff to take it to your local cruise in. You just kind of wipe this thing down and wash it off a couple times a week. It's good. But that kind of price tag, I'm not sold on that kind of price tag. But overall, this is a great looking little truck. I like what they've done with it. But what do you guys think of this little hot rod pickup truck? Up next, got a 1950 Mercury for $39,999. So here's a great looking Mercury. I love these old Mercuries. These are one of the ones that I absolutely think they look better chopped than left stock. I can't help it. These are the cars that actually look good when the roof's been chopped on them. Like what they've done with this one here. It's simple. I love the blue and the white together here on it. But do I love that $40,000 price tag? Absolutely not. I do not love that price tag. It doesn't have the wow factor for a $40,000 price tag. Is it nice? Absolutely. This is a nice car. What do you guys think of this Mercury? And what do you think of that price tag? Next, got a 1956 Mercury for $60,000. I definitely like the looks of this car. I'm not going to dispute this is a good looking car. It's a great looking car. But is it worth $60,000? Not to this fool, it's not. But what do you guys think of this Mercury? And what do you think of that price tag? You guys feel it's worth 60 grand? Be sure to share your thoughts down in the comments. Next, got a 1936 Chevrolet for $41,500. Now, I'm digging this old Chevrolet right here. I'm digging that color. That color, those body lines, man, it just kind of pops, doesn't it? This is a great looking car. Now, they can't take all the credit for this build here. You know, that car just had great lines. So, you know, you could always make this car look good. This is one of those ones that no matter about whatever color you put on it, it just looks good because the designers did a good job when they laid this car out. I'm not a big fan of the tilt nose on it, but it's not bad. Now, $40-some thousand, that's another damn question. But overall, it does look like it's put together quite well. The interior, I'm not a fan of that tan. Never have been. I hate that in my personal pickup truck as well. But, you know, seems like I keep getting a deal on things with that tan interior. Ugh, can't stand it. But anyway, what do you guys think of this old Chevrolet? Leave it down in the comments. Next, got a 1932 Ford 3-window for $36,500. This is a cool car, but me personally, I like a 5-window better. Always have. And if I ever get lucky enough to come across a nice steel-bodied 5-window, I'm definitely going to build me a replica of Milner's car from American Graffiti. One of the best looking cars. Even though I don't like yellow, it just really worked on that car. But anyway, back to this one. Now, they've done a good job with this one here, and the car looks good. I like this style of car. Like I said, I just happen to like the 5-window better. But I don't think this car is ugly. I think this car is actually pretty nice looking, old traditional styled hot rod. But there's some things on this one here I would change. I would definitely change all the red in the interior on this car. It doesn't look bad in the trunk, but I think once they got inside there, they just went a little overboard with the red. I just don't like an overabundance of red on the interior. But what do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Next, got a 1954 Hudson for $23,500. I can't help myself. I love these old Hudsons, even the 4-door. I think these damn things were just a great looking car. I mean, Hudson was one of those companies that was kind of ahead of their time, in my personal opinion. Just really dug these cars. This one here is set up nice. I like the way they've done the front end on the car. I love the things they've done to this car. They went a little custom on it, but they didn't go overboard on it. I think the car still retains some of its nice, sleek lines that Hudson produced it with. Now, I might be a little biased because I really like the old Hudson. I can't help myself. It's one of those cars I always thought was cool. But what do you guys think of this Hudson and just Hudson in general? Make sure you leave it down in the comments. Next, got a 1957 Chevrolet for $80,000. $80,000. Oh, let me tell you something. This is some of my favorite style pickup trucks. I always like these, and I think this damn thing's a nice truck. But $80,000? Yeah, I'm not thinking no $80,000 on this truck, especially when you, in good conscience, decided to paint that truck that color and deface a work of art with that funky, ugly color. Ugh, just ruined the whole truck, man. Next, got a 1925 Ford C-Cab for $29,900. I know I can't be the only one that thinks these things are pretty dang cool. I don't know why. I've always loved these things, even since I was a kid. I just thought they were so kind of weird looking compared to other cars. I just thought they were just absolutely fascinating as a young man. And I still think they're pretty dang cool. And this one, even though it's kind of dated, it still doesn't look too bad. I'm not sure about that price tag. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Next, got a 1934 Ford for $200,000. Woo! We thought the other guy bumped his head. We thought the guy on the $80,000 truck had lost his mind. This one here, his cheese definitely doesn't sit up his cracker thinking this thing's worth 200 grand. Now look, this is a great looking car. This car looks to be very well done. They claim they got almost $400,000 into this build. Now you can get that deep in a build, but if you go that deep in a build, you kind of brought that on yourself to not really get any of your money back. This car has been built to somebody else's specifications. You're just not getting that kind of money. Next, got a 1931 Ford sedan delivery for $26,000. It's not a bad looking little car. Even though I don't like yellow, it actually doesn't look too bad yellow. Now, what he's asking for this price, compared to the other folks there in the last couple, they've been asking astronomical retardo prices. This one here seems moderately priced. Overall, I don't think this is a bad little car. But what do you guys think of this one here? And what do you think of that price tag? Leave it in the comments. Next, got a 1928 Ford for $36,500. Now this one here is not a bad looking little hot rod. I think they're asking too much for this one here just because simply this is an older restoration and you know it's kind of stuck in the 90s. But what do you guys think? Next, got a 1936 Hudson for $34,900. Here we got another great looking Hudson. One of those ones you don't come across very often. At least I haven't come across an old 36 in quite some time. But like with every other Hudson, they just got great lines as well. And like I said, I always thought the Hudson Motor Company was a little ahead of their time, especially their later models. This one here, I definitely think is a great looking car. Is he reaching for his price on this car? Well, that's kind of hard to say. I think this car still needs quite a bit of work to be finished. I think this is kind of a rare car to get a hold of anymore, especially a two-door coupe. So there's some varying factors here. It's really hard to put a price on this car, in my personal opinion, at least from my experience. Now, I don't think necessarily you get hurt the price he's asking, but then again, you may. This is a gamble kind of car. Me personally, I'm not going to take that gamble at that price. I think there's still quite a bit of work that needs to be done. And if you're going to resell the car, you're going to get in too deep on this one here. Now, if you're buying it for personal use, then maybe fine. But what do you guys think? Well, that's all I got for you today. If you liked today's video, smash that like button. Consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next one.